trash, they got it for
So Kanye West got out in public again after missing, and now West was...
Okay, so I just did a little bit of digging on this whole Kanye West disappearance thing, and one of the things that Kanye said was that if he ever disappeared and came back, to know that it wasn't actually him. Celebrity cloning and MK Ultra mind control programs are very real. These aren't just conspiracies anymore. There's so many things that point to these being true. There's CIA documents about MK Ultra. So I went and I started looking for pictures of Kanye and Bianca together. Kanye's 5'8", Bianca's 5'6", but Bianca's always wearing like 2-inch heels everywhere she goes. If you look at all these pictures of her, like all these articles, she's always wearing at least 2-inch heels. And if they're not heels, they're like big platform boots. So if Bianca's 5'6", and she's wearing 2-inch heels, shouldn't she be 5'8"? Kanye's 5'8". Those boots don't look like they're adding on 4 inches. That's a huge height difference. Kanye's not 5'8" anymore, and those boots he would maybe be 5'9". So there should only be about an inch difference between him and Bianca. Again, that height difference doesn't make any sense. There's also been some visible notices in the way that Kanye's behaving, and people have also noticed changes in his face structure. Kanye and his new wife, Bianca, were recently seen inside of a Balenciaga store. Why would Kanye go back there and be shopping there after he spoke out so heavily against Balenciaga? Kanye also hasn't been seen around his children at all since he came back from his disappearance where he got married to Bianca. Some theories are that his new wife, Bianca, is actually his handler. Let me know what you think in the comments about all this. It seems a little weird to me, especially this height thing. Kanye looks like he's at least 6 feet tall now.
So last month I was working for Ye's personal documentary filmmaker on a documentary about the artist formerly known as Kanye West, at least before Ye ghosted him along with everyone else. So I'm uniquely qualified to talk about this, and I just got the green light from the director because he has not heard from Ye for 2 months. Unfortunately, this is the best BTS shot I had taken at the time showing the timeline. This is my dumb face, just so you know that I'm not pulling your leg here. So maybe he's wearing big boots to look a little taller. He did put on a little weight, which is why his face looks a little different, but that's not really the stuff that's a smoking gun here. It's his behavior. The way that he used the paparazzi prior to his disappearance, he was using them like his own personal media outlet. He would invite paparazzi into Yeezy HQ. He would do interviews on the side of the road wherever he was at. He's now throwing people's cell phones because they're filming him. That's not the Ye I got to see when I was going through that timeline. Now, the guy that I know who has contact with Ye and was on the phone with him close to every day before his disappearance, he's texting with that, Ye is texting with that individual again, but he's not gotten on the phone. Anyone can be behind a screen using that number. If they're not able to call and talk and show that they are who they were a month ago, sorry, I'm skeptical. Him coming back to Balenciaga is odd because he was incredibly happy to get out of the deals that he was in with Balenciaga. He felt like he was being taken advantage of. He felt like he was being ripped off. He was glad to get out of the Adidas deal. I don't have the footage, but there's a conversation he had with his dad. We have this in the documentary. I'll have to pull it from memory. Kanye's dad texted him and said, how could you go from being worth $11 billion to not being able to use your Apple Pay, and you say that you're happy? How can you do that? And Kanye said this: I'm happy because God loves me. I'm happy because I get to speak to you. I'm happy that you beat cancer and you won. I'm sick of all these companies and people that are around me for the wrong reasons, and I'm glad that I get to see my kids. This is not the same guy that we have in front of us now. I don't know what happened. I don't know how it happened. I don't know what's going to happen next. Hopefully the documentary, when it comes out, will explain some of this stuff, or at least show who he was leading up to his disappearance. I can show a little bit of the trailer right now, but we'll have to see what comes after that.